Hello, guys. Good evening. I hope you have been enjoying your day. We're going to be talking about that blob that we're seeing in the West Caribbean. It is in association with a tropical wave, and it has definitely resulted in a rain surge from many places, but especially towards Central America. Definitely some flood and rains. There were some very heavy rainfall instances in parts of western Jamaica, especially as well sections of Cuba that's still ongoing and close to the Cayman Islands. And there was another tropical wave out there in the main development region. It will continue to head west, currently not being watched for development. And there's still Fernand. So Tropical Storm Fernand is still out there by itself, not bothering anyone. So let's go ahead and talk about these tropical waves a bit more. Alright, so here we are going to the satellite imagery of the Caribbean. We can see a whole bunch of moisture in association with that tropical wave over there. So that's been resulting in periods of heavy rain, as I mentioned, for Jamaica, especially earlier. Much of that activity, the thunderstorms in particular, have dissipated, but there's likely still some showers going on in some areas. Definitely seeing a lot of deep convection towards Cuba. And when we're seeing these more colorful shadings, especially towards those dark reds, burgundies, black, and even that gray in the midst of it, those are very, very high clouds. That's where we tend to find some of the heaviest rainfall. So we kind of have an idea of where those pretty intense thunderstorms are taking place. The Cayman Islands as well, lots of showers and thunderstorms are around, and for a few spots in parts of Haiti and the Dominican Republic. And there was another tropical wave in the East Caribbean. It is not producing much convection right now. As we can see, it's pretty much quiet, but some of the Lesser Antilles have undoubtedly experienced maybe a brief shower or thunderstorm at some point through today. Things remain mostly quiet for Trinidad and even headed towards the ABC Islands and the Virgin Islands as well. Up to the Bahamas, it's a similar story with a few instances of some scattered showers and thunderstorms. But with this tropical wave moving across Central America, it will certainly enhance the rain a bit more. Likely some additional periods of very heavy rain, which may result in flooding so much of Central America and also Mexico over there. So looking at this graphic, we can see where the axes of our tropical waves are. So there's that one out in the main development region, which is not being watched for development right now. That one in the Eastern Caribbean, which recently entered, and then that one headed to the Eastern Pacific. It was previously known as our Invest 99L. Of course, it failed to develop, which is kind of best case scenario. And with the rainfall that it's been bringing across the region, it's been helping to offset the heat, as it's been very hot and dry. And I couldn't be more grateful for the plethora of rain that I got here in St. James, Jamaica. It's a very cool evening. It's not the coolest, but it's way better compared to a lot of days when I get home from work and it's just so hot and uncomfortable. So I'm very much happy about it. And as we even look at the rain forecast as we head into the rest of today and going into tomorrow, there's likely to be some additional periods of heavy rain in sections of Mexico, Belize, the Keys, the Bay Islands, Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, and also for El Salvador and Guatemala. There could definitely be some additional periods of those heavy rainfall instances for San Andres and Providencia. Very colorful shadings. We're seeing up to an inch or so of rain. Could be a bit higher in a few spots. And then for Colombia, Venezuela, and the northernmost part of Guyana, going to sections of Suriname and French Guiana, pretty unstable atmospheric conditions there, so there's likely to be some additional periods of heavy downpours as well. ABC Islands will remain in the clear for the most part. Throughout the Lesser Antilles, going to the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico, even Hispaniola, there could be some brief instances of those showers and thunderstorms. And then for sections of Jamaica, also the Cayman Islands could see some additional heavy rain coupled with what we currently have going on, and Cuba. So there could be some additional downpours and thunderstorms in the area, and those scattered showers will remain across much of the Bahamas and Turks and Caicos Islands as well. So that is what is anticipated as it pertains to rainfall activity. And as I mentioned, if you saw my previous update video last evening, things will be a bit on the dry side for now. Not necessarily dry, but quiet rather, because conditions are not highly conducive to support development in the main development region. We've got a surplus of dry air out there, but models have been hinting that as we head into September, things may definitely get a bit more active down the road. So we'll be watching for that, but things look to be on the quiet side for the short term. And in the Caribbean, there isn't a whole lot of dry air around. We can see all that action associated with the tropical wave in the western part of the region. So I'm gonna keep my eyes on what's going on, guys, but that's pretty much what I wanted to share with you, just to bring you up to speed with what's going on. Again, nothing new, nothing crazy, but definitely have been some periods of heavy rain, and that will likely continue for a few spots and could even trigger those instances of flooding. So stay safe. And I do hope you found this brief update to be informative. But if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll get to you when I have the chance to do so. And remember to always be weatherwise.